the right has always been like, oh, the left wants to do cancel culture. They hate free speech. And what they mean is like, I should be able to say the N-word.
Yeah.
But then on top of that, like, you can't even get mad at me.
First, I wanted to start off with talking about the broad principle of like dealing with how to. I remember when you were on NPR, you were talking about like dragging the normal to like something that is like obviously more representative of what we like believe, what we think, and the facts that are out there. There's a approach that a lot of people are debating over though. They'll say it's either one thing if somebody like has a different political opinion than you or not as like up on the talking points that you'll try to like provide or the reasoning that you'll have. It's either you cancel because like, you know, their intolerance is a little bit too much. I don't want to be around that. Or we void our principles and be like, okay, well, we gotta, maybe they were a little bit right about trans people being odd. So we gotta appeal to the mythical third wave voter or something. I want you to expand on what you've done in your personal life when you encounter people who, of course, probably don't agree with you fully. And how do we do that without voiding our principles? Yeah,
I never do the second thing. I never go like, I guess like we just gotta discard certain things, right? You know, I think that's crazy. Yeah, I don't think that's right, and I think you need more stubborn, hard-headed people who just go, no, fuck that. That's bullshit. Why do you care about this? Like, you're ridiculous. They're just like, they're your neighbors. They're part of your community. You've just been told that this is like something that you have to like obsess over and get mad over. One example I'll show you is like what's going on with the WNBA. Like everybody loves making jokes about the WNBA. I saw the clip of what's her name? She's like going in and she's like, we in the W. Like when she's trying to get into the bar. It's just like awkward moment when she was like trying to get to the Angel Reese section at the club or whatever.
And like, they couldn't get in the club or something, right?
It wasn't even that. They just like made her wait a little bit and she was upset because she's a WNBA star.
I didn't know that.
People were frying her for it.
Yeah, people were frying her. Like all the captions were like, "Oh, WNBA can't even get in her own party. Can't even get in her own club."
But then there's also like this whole dildo situation.
The dildo.
People are like throwing dildos.
Bro, somebody got arrested.
You bought a ticket to the WNBA and you bought a whole ass dildo. Like you're weird. You're weird.
And then you went out of your way.
You're weird.
To sit in the crowd and just lob that bitch.
Up on Google and they were saying like it's tied to like some cryptocurrency or some shit. Like
it's like an ad or something. That wouldn't surprise me.
You with a line
that right there is the shit that I'm talking about. And I was gonna say it's very disheartening because I even see people like on a national level, even like on the Democratic side or whatever, and they're caught in this bind. I don't know if you saw what happened with Pete Buttigieg the other day.
I heard.
Yeah, where he like, and he's smart. Right, where my policy positions I disagree with him on are there, but he's intelligent.
Yeah, he went on Flagrant, did his shit.
Yeah, he went on Flagrant. He was like putting up really good arguments that I heard. But my thing is, whatever staffer is in the ear that's trying to push this genius idea of like, maybe we do become a little bit more homophobic or a little bit more transphobic to appease the Nazis. What are we fucking doing?
I don't get your point.
I think that's the thing is that it's always uncomfortable because I feel like history puts us in this weird situation where like, there's some sexism there, and we didn't create that. That's kind of the world we're in. There's some racism there, but it's like when you call it out, that's the annoying part.
Not the fucking actual sexism or the actual racism.
So it's like
calling it out of some bullshit.
I agree that you have to have like stubborn people there. It's just you have to also with that deals with the fact that a lot of people aren't ready to hear it.
The reason why I was bringing up the WNBA point is because like now everyone in the right is like making fun of the WNBA.
Yeah, that's
Trump like posted that image of him throwing the dildo to the WNBA and all this stuff. Right?
Trump
like,
posted that?
He like
the president of the United States posted it?
I think he like retweeted it or something. Like people are just like it was going viral.
Spider-Man.
It was going viral. What happened?
Sophie cutting him?
Yeah.
The reason why I'm saying this is because
Oh wait, she got hit with the dildo?
Oh, did it hit her when they
I guess like initially, like the first time it happened, like someone got hit, and then people started throwing dildos, and then they banned bags, and then a dude actually still
brought it
somehow
in his ass.
I don't know how. I don't know how.
Shut that bitch.
Got that bitch. But
the broader point we're saying.
But the broader point I'm trying to make is like, what happened? Like for the past 4 years, everyone's talking about like trans women in sports, like women in sports. We care about that so much. All of a sudden, everyone's dunking on the WNBA, making fun of them.
Especially as they're rising up now. I thought that was the whole fucking point.
I was gonna say, I feel like it's the reason why it's a failure, at least from a messaging standpoint, is because we're entertaining this conversation as though it's an issue, and that's the only thing you gotta say, and it defeats it.
Yeah.
You're expecting me to believe that you genuinely care about the sanctity of women's sports when you've made it a political statement to say this women's sport is shit.
And at the end of the day, it's like it's not even remotely consequential. So like
exactly
the thing that you
for
can
all
always
40
point to,
NCAA athletes or something. It wasn't even 40. However many it was, like less than 20 or 30.
Yeah,
like,
you ban all the trans athletes from all collegiate level athletics. Okay, great. Look at the cost of living. Like, did your prices get better? Are you paying less rent now?
You'll forget about it. I think I literally told my parents that the other day. We had like this whole big ass discussion about everything, and we were talking about that, and they had brought up the trans issues. And I'm like, no. I'm like telling them, dispelling everything, like basically telling them what it actually is. I'm like, those are distractions. These aren't actual fucking problems that you have or that you even experience on a daily. I was like, Mom, Dad, when's the last time you spoke to a trans individual, like had a conversation?
Never. Play the damn sport.
that's the real.
Like, what are we talking about? I'm like, you just took it away from the 20, 30 athletes.
Yeah.
And then your lights turned off. What the fuck are we talking? Like, there's no correlation there.
So I guess the answer would be like we kind of have to double down the other way in a sense, because I feel like we have the reasoning, you have the information, you have the data.
Because it's the truth, right? Like why would you like? There have always been periods of struggle for marginalized individuals that have been at the crosshairs.
Exactly.
Usually as a mechanism of distraction, to be like, these guys, like hyper focus on these guys are bad, they're wrong. And if that mentality persisted, then there would be no genuine material improvement for anybody. Like we would have no civil rights struggle in this country. Like none of that would have happened because people would have just been like, oh, we just got to capitulate to the fucking to the racists a little bit.
Like
MLK wrote about this in Letter from Birmingham jail, where he talked about the white moderate that wants to place a timeline.
He talks about the white moderate. He talks about how like you're more comfortable with a like passive, like a negative piece rather than a positive justice. So it's like you might make some people uncomfortable fighting for it, but like they made the skull shaped thing for niggas too. They're like, black people are inferior because the phrenology in the brain. They will make the shit up.
They made the science up.
So like if I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh well, the science doesn't agree, and also this is not really an issue that's affecting me, and also I've met multiple trans people, and I don't like. It's not a world shattering thing. That's just what. That's just what.
Why would you attack that with?
You're wasting your time.
Maybe we should hold hands. Fuck no, hell no. I got every point of backing on my side already. There's no reason to.
Yeah, it's just you just have to be ignorant to the history because they do the same thing.
Over
the same fucking book.
Just a different coat on.
The same script. I was gonna say, it kind of like makes me a little bit like I lose a little faith sometimes because I'm super like political headed when I see like that being the pushing thing. But it's not to say that there's other things that what people want to advocate for nowadays, especially on the Democratic side. I do want to say in that regard, we've seen Zoran. We've seen Zoran's success. We've seen Zoran's success through like mainly his policies. I remember I seen you talking about how a lot of people are going to try to do this thing where they put a random young nigga in a suit and be like, he got social media with captions. He just like Zoran. No, that's not. So I was gonna say, what do you think from a policy perspective about like left-wing politics will resonate with like younger men? Because you've been getting asked a lot about like Joe Rogan, the left, what do we do for younger men? From a policy perspective, what do you think about like someone like Zoran's policies and why those resonate or can resonate with men?
I mean, if you're a young man or a young woman, like you're just starting your career, so there's a sense of dread, a sense of hopelessness about the limited opportunities that you have and how much worse you have it from the prior generation.
Exactly.
And then there's also a lot of financial struggle that you go through as well. So anyone that like directly addresses any of those issues is probably going to captivate a lot of young people.
Exactly.
And I think that's the reason why Bernie was so impactful too initially, with like free college, free healthcare, adequate public transit, and better housing opportunities for people like even public housing.
Yeah.
Not that Bernie advocated for that, but I'm advocating for that.
Exactly.
I think like these are things that we absolutely could do.
Yeah.
And
Things that have been done.
these are things that other countries around the world do,
Yeah.
offer unconditionally to their citizens.
Yeah.
And that's it. At the end of the day, you just got to make people, especially younger people, believe in yourself by really hammering on a lot of the issues that young people struggle with.
Yeah, and I think that that's perfect because it's like the things we discussed before are like, they're not distractions in the sense that there are not like racial and gendered struggles. Obviously intersectionality, you know, everyone has multiple different struggles depending on your identity. But the issue is that they will distract you with some shit to tell you to be mad about so that we can keep not talking about the fact that like you can't fucking buy a house when your granny could on her job at the grocery store.
And even then, right, then they try to flip it sometimes and they'll go like the whole free thing, right? With Bernie, they hit on that a lot.
Free,
where it was like, oh, the free. And I think what you touched on, it's not even like, young people aren't attaching themselves to Bernie, attaching themselves to Zorn because he said the word free and we're lazy and gender. No.
As much as y'all want to think.
As much as it's because we can't fucking afford no shit.
And also,
you know what I
for
mean?
through your taxes.
Yeah, like what are we talking about? It's like they act as if Trump's not building a $200 million
I
ballroom
remember
and shit.
seeing like the
Fuck are we talking about? With your tax money. And then it's crazy to say free healthcare, free college.
How much money?
All those taxes need to go to Israel, guys. So
That's the only thing we have time for.
Which, by the way,
healthcare is
they have fucking free healthcare.
that they do
free
have
healthcare.
universal
That's
Bro,
health.
they have free
That's
college, free
actually
healthcare.
crazy.
Israel has free healthcare,
The
bro.
motherfuckers that we are coddling up to have free health
They
care.
will,
We
they
can't
will
get no free
coddling
health
up to
care.
give you the money and then tell you we don't have the money to do it.
Them
that
motherfuckers-
You want that
do
free
it and make
healthcare
every
and
reason
gang?
like this can't happen.
Yeah.
That's
Want some
crazy.
free health care, bro? Can't have that, bro. I'm sorry, we can't have that.
Yeah,
denied.
that's
And I'm
what
gonna
Hillary Clinton in 2016 said that was a unicorn. It's like Bernie
She
Sanders.
did say that
unicorn.
shit. She did say that shit.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not a unicorn. Every country has it.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean it's a
Yeah.
unicorn?
And I think at the very minimum, that should be a policy position. This was kind of like perfectly segues into my next conversation. Like, obviously some shit has to shake so that we don't completely lose fucking everything and the camps don't start getting more advanced than they have been. Florida.
You know,
What policy position do you really want to see from like the left-wing political apparatus, like when it comes to making that standard, kind of like dragging that
I think
norm?
free healthcare is a good starting point.
Yeah.
For sure. Like Medicare for all is the best way to open up that conversation. I mean, look at what happened after Luigi Mangione.
Yeah.
Like people,
What is going on with that case?
I was shocked.
I
Oh, it's still.
It's still on trial, so trying to get him the death penalty.
I just saw someone they're talking about making a movie already and put in.
Yeah.
I forgot who the
It's like,
actor.
bro, he's
is.
alive.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, Dave Franco. Dave Franco said he would
Yeah,
play.
Dave Franco. Yeah, he
quickly,
said he was. They would
Yeah.
play him. Okay, I guess.
But yeah, I think the Luigi situation kind of like exposed a lot of those feelings that people
I was not expecting that back.
Yeah, me neither.
No.
Me
Because
neither.
like I was expecting that reaction from like the left, maybe.
Everybody,
Like,
even the right,
to
was
be,
like,
to
yeah.
be
was
like,
like-
to be like, okay, why should I care about this or even celebrate it, bro? I saw posts on like different social media platforms of like why mom's name like Deborah, Barbara,
Yeah.
being like, well, he deserved it
Yeah.
because he's killed a lot of people,
Yeah.
including my best friend, who and then they denied care and this and that, and I was like, oh my god,
It's,
it
like,
up.
it's
Everyone's
what we
acting
talked about
together with
realistically.
this.
It's what we talked about last episode, where it's like you don't really understand the gravity of certain things until it's in your front yard, until you realize it. And I feel like with healthcare, and that's why you're saying universal healthcare would be such a good thing, because with healthcare, that's something we all got to deal with. Everybody at some point in their life has to go through the healthcare system, has to go through, you know what I mean?
it's
Especially in this country.
incumbent we keep doing this dumb shit where like people have a belief that they want to see happen and they want to see their government have the courage to go after it. And the people who are supposed to embody that are constantly like making a point to be like, yeah, no, we can't do that. That inherently is going to deflate like excitement for you.
it's gonna kill your campaign.
They tell you they can't do it, and then they go spend the money on some other shit.
Yeah,
Like,
the other
so
shit.
you
I was
coulda
gonna
used
say
that to give us
I was gonna
the
say
fucking
another
healthcare.
another policy position in that same way, like liberal wine moms, like everywhere, who are seeing it right now, is Palestine.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
the issue is we kind of underestimate the power of like the United States eagle. If the United States eagle decided to stand for human rights, to stand in accordance with international law, all y'all kind of got to watch that happen and now follow suit. We're a superpower.
Yeah.
And you're saying you have the base.
Shit would have been over.
Normies are seeing the bombs falling. Like,
They
bro,
see
what
the
the
videos
fuck?
coming out.
They're seeing the videos. There is not a purpose, even from a strategic point right now, in continuously like hand-wringing about this shit. No, you can make that pivot.
Yeah. It's crazy because like it's 92 to 8% in the Democratic Party's base. 92 to 8%. 8% support for Israel, bro.
8%.
And if you look at the Democratic Party politicians, it's like 85% of them are like still pro-Israel.
Terrified
Like, we
of
were
saying,
fucking-
everyone is on a different.
We were laughing like what was the video we said or we were talking about the other day? Oh no, it was Corey. Corey in the
Booker.
back of the fucking picture with Netanyahu just
Cory Booker.
yeah.
Trying to
hide and shit.
I'm like,
like,
you know,
25 hours.
Y'all know the pressure is there because the people are there. So I feel like if the first thing we're talking about
for 25 hours for no
25 hours standing there bullshitting just to be standing next to Netanyahu in 6 months. Fuck off. You're bullshitting.
Not once did he bring up Israel too in the whole pond.
Yeah,
whole time.
We're gonna say initially when he did the 25-hour, we quantified it. We didn't like be like, oh, he did the great thing, but we were like, that's cool to see because you want people to do what they can.
Yeah.
It's good that you took the race.
I think we called that it was performative though.
Yeah, we were like, now I want you to see what you do next.
Yeah.
Good God.
Good God.
Yeah, no,
So it's like
hell.
that's an unforced error in my opinion because the people are here.
Yeah.
Like,
you have
yeah.
the base behind you. You have the
No,
backing.
he's waxing poetic to an audience that wants so much more. I read like Axios reports and stuff of people telling Hakeem Jeffries like he needs to die. They're like, you need to put your body on the line. These are the Democratic. These are the base of the Democrats who have for years been like, oh, well, you're just marginally better than the Republicans. It's fine, I guess. Like now they're like, no, you have to actually fight for us. What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
And they're not doing it. And the less they do it, the more I think the system becomes unstable.
That's the shit. We had briefly mentioned Brandon Johnson, which I talked about. I'm still like learning a lot about it, but I think more than like the individual, the issue is that you gotta restore faith in it. There are a lot of people. There are a lot of people, especially in the Black community, who like are. The Black community is a lot more progressive than people give it credit for, at least like political activism wise. But like the reason why so many people don't give a fuck is because you haven't been given a reason to give a fuck.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the same, like I'm seeing the same, at least it's not the same, but I'm seeing a lot of the same forces in the government who were oppressing people yesterday, oppressing people today. So you just kind of clock out. I think that you need to make that start with giving people a reason to believe in the shit again.
Yeah.
That starts with listening.
Yeah,
That
just
shouldn't be a
fucking
crazy
listen, bro.
ask in a democracy. It's fucking listen.
Yeah.
And giving solutions y'all know y'all can give.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I was talking about that, which is crazy because the other part of the question that I kind of didn't bring up was the fact that like we're sitting here in the midst of like this fascist kind of like takeover thing, and the Democrats are kind of like struggling to get a blue wave going. Like I'm looking at like
They're
the polling
unpopular as hell. Their popularity ratings have plummeted even further. Chuck Schumer's like the most hated congressperson.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
just like
Book
because we're
tour.
sitting here.
Book tour.
We talked about the book tour so
Fucking
much,
hell.
like because we're just sitting here bullshitting, and I feel like it's a grave disservice to like a lot of the people who want every reason to believe in the system.
Yeah.
And another thing that kind of destroys that confidence is the final thing that we'll talk about, at least heavily on the political side, was I wanted to pick your brain about NPR and PBS. Because I seen you were on there, and then I watched the stream after, and you're like, yeah, damn, as soon as I left, they just announced that they had got like massively defunded with like over $1 billion. And like, I think people don't understand the problem with that right now. When it comes to where we came from and where we're going, like what is your perspective on what that'll do to like kids who don't get to have like that anymore?
It's devastating.
Yeah.
They are literally destroying like the last remaining like couple good things that this government has with its like regulatory agencies that were already in a state of like disrepair and constant underfunding, and then taking out like local news, public broadcasting like that is horrible because like you said, there's like a lot of children's programming on there, but then beyond that, there's also there's also like a local news element to that as well. Like this is what people use in rural communities to like figure out what the hell's going on in their immediate vicinity. So what, like, what's the substitute? AI backed Twitter? Like
fucking cross predictions.
It's like you don't need to know what's going on in your backyard when, like, I don't know, there's a tornado happening, because you can just have someone this machine hallucinate an alternative reality.
Right.
The tornado not there for real.
Yeah.
It's hitting tomorrow.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
And I was telling them about like the even broader picture about that is that like a station like PBS not having commercials is actually one of the best things that like no one even thinks about, because if you really think about it from like a perspective of like your kid watching it, right? It's not that like your kid gonna watch a commercial and become a demon. But like I would want my kid to learn the basics about like, you know, human empathy, education, everything without getting a Big Mac ad. And along with the whole like, you know, we gotta control the narrative and control the truth and the history and everything, we're kind of like, we're also still on that privatization shit that we've been on for like ever.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, cool.
Everything.
Yeah, like government done for, even if like the application in that case is for something that makes sense, perfect sense or whatever. All right, we're getting rid of it and we're just gonna let, you know, the market fill that, which then when you can't watch your Teletubbies because I got a subscription.
Subscription to watch Teletubbies.
PBS subscription.
We'll talk so much about indoctrination with the concept of like, you know, like, oh, they said that you could paint your nails. It's indoctrination. They said that you should be okay with gay people. It's indoctrination. But like,
not that we just pulled PBS. Bullshit and all the shit that comes with that.
It's the same with cancel culture and like and how the right has always been like, oh, the left wants to do cancel culture. They hate free speech. And what they mean is like, I should be able to say the N-word. But then on top of that, like, you can't even get mad at me.
You can't get mad at me.
It's not even just that like I can say it, because like someone can say it, you just get your ass beat, right? But like now they don't want the ass beating either.
You can't
even be upset. You should be clapping.
Like, free speech.
That's what they want.
You want to know what's funny? I would actually respect it a lot more if some of these dumbass niggas was like, yeah, I do want to say the N-word, and if I get my ass beat, then so be it.
Bro, be careful what you wish for, because they're saying
they're doing it. They're doing it. No matter what. At this point, we're here. But like, expect that. Don't be shocked when the. Like I don't want to advocate, but I mean, shocked.
Got his ass beat,
bro. They had his house. No, they doxed him, and then people were coming to his house.
15 minutes away from me.
He actually lives.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Break that nigga legs,
bro.
In
Minecraft.
Bro, they found his house. Remember, and like people were showing up to his house.
Yeah, they was egging his shit. I'm pretty sure.
I think he like pepper sprayed an old lady or something.
Wait, he did?
Yes.
Get back.
Yeah.
Get back. My Western civilization. Get back. Bitch ass nigga.
He's also Hispanic, so that's even crazy.
Nicholas
Fuentes, bro.
Yeah, but no.
I ain't peep it. I ain't peep it.
Yeah.
Damn.
But like,
it's a damn shame.
The reason why I was bringing up the cancel culture shit is because like, it's not only that like they obviously want to be able to say slurs, but like, in the same time, what have they done? They went, oh, this is woke. This is woke material. We gotta fucking woke ban material. It. This is CRT. Yeah. You know, this is critical race theory. We gotta ban it. It's like, okay, that's actual cancel culture. Like, that's actually anti-free speech. Like, you're the government.
Fully.
And now they're blackbagging people off the streets for, like, writing mean things about Israel. Like, what the
Going
fuck
to college and making a paper.
It's kind of like, I think one of the things about getting into the political world is that you inherently acknowledge that you're going to have to deal with the gaslighting. It's insane that the group of people who have, like, screamed about free speech for so long, when you're paying attention, you can see it. But like, we're actually like straight up like constitution violations, like arresting people on type shit or whatever. And that's why I remember one of my clips that I was losing at people for. I'm like, because where's the conversation at? The cancel culture conversation is only when, oh shit, did I get caught saying nigga? Damn,
y'all shouldn't
this
be
is
trying
crazy
to cancel
society,
somebody.
real fucked up, ain't it?
Like, or the whole like,
at your front door,
or the whole like, oh, that was 10 years ago. Y'all really gonna bring that up, gang?
Now we like arresting people, bro. Like, yeah, the people who said that shit and try to like really get a nigga entire life done over a mistake they made. Like, cool, you can have a problem with that. You can have a nuanced conversation with that.
Yeah.
You can't have a nuanced conversation if you get arrested for talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, who's really like?
Who's
Like
really
one is social stigma, the other is the government arresting.
Yeah.
Literally.
Like,
That's like
That's the thing.
Like,
because
even
that's you can't bet.
Not even comparable.
like the founders, you know, like them, hate them. They were, you know, they were slavers.
Yeah.
not the
Slave
best,
owners,
not
all
the
that
best
shit.
people, right? But like
Got
they
that
didn't write a constitutional amendment to be like, if people say mean things to you because you said a slur, then they should go to prison.
Yeah.
That's not the First Amendment.
That's
Like,
not nowhere.
there's
near
no
the
like
first.
protection for you from like additional stigma or scrutiny for saying some dumb shit.
Exactly.
It's so dumb.
Yeah,
it's so ridiculous.
And I think that them consequences, only kind of get brought there if you remain stubborn and you kind of like constantly remember that you have reason to be advocating for this shit because it's so much.
You almost
that
got to tell yourself that you got to, like, I feel like even in what we do a lot, and you probably experience it a lot as well, like reminding yourself like, okay, I am on the right side, because it's so much bullshit that sometimes I'm like, yo,
And there's so much
Yeah.
gas.
Oh, yeah.
So much gaslighting.
Yeah.
I can't check.
Like, am I losing it?
I can't check, bro. I hate checking my phone. I check analytics in the morning, but I hate checking comments in the morning. Shit, like, because like I've had so many times where I'm like, oh, let me see how they respond to this video, and it's just bullshit. I'm like, what? And it kills my whole motivation for the day, because I'm
The thing
like,
is, that's the thing with the algorithm, but they put your shit on the other side of the internet.
yeah. Sometimes they throw your shit.
Yeah.
They be
And
throwing
sometimes
them
I be fucking with
shorts.
it. Sometimes I be
Yeah,
fucking with
sometimes I fuck with it
because
you
you
know.
get
Yeah.
to see. There's so many
I
times.
be thinking it's fun though. I be trolling them niggas.
Yeah, you get to see like the crash out happen in real time because there's just a whole side of the internet that it kind of feels
Switched
like
off.
it kind of feels like we're at war now. There's a whole side of the internet that's kind of just like, all right, we riding with the Nazi shit. It's like, fuck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They. I
That's-
remember when it
that's
was
the
like
work continues.
I remember when it was like a foreign concept, like hearing like neo-Nazi and shit like that. That was more so like what the fuck? Like I remember he told me about it.
They used to
first.
be
I'm
like,
what
they
the
used to say back in the day, oh, you call everybody a Nazi.
Yeah.
Now these motherfuckers are like, no, I am a Nazi.
am a Nazi.
And everyone
Like,
became.
I'm a fascist.
What was that one interview where he was like, yeah, I'm Nazi?
Oh,
Yeah,
Mehdi
with the
Hassan.
Mehdi
Nazi
Hassan one.
police.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
you're talking
that
about
one.
Fox
Oh.
News.
Yeah, it was Fox News.
When they
Fox
were like, it's the new N-word and we should learn from the blacks.
Oh,
Not-
yeah.
Greg Gutfeld.
Yes.
Oh my
Greg
God.
Gutfeld, bitch ass. Which, mind you, we added him and mentioned him and didn't hear nothing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
the girl was
that's-
like Nazi, please.
And mind you,
Yeah,
Fox News is
bullshit.
like bigger than anything we doing.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's
Global,
a whole like
global.
there's a whole half of the country that will like buy that shit hook, line, and sinker. And we talking about like
Broadcast
Nazi
that
people. Yeah,
bullshit.
y'all did become like we were right.
It
That's
just
the thing.
creates a permission structure, and it expands, and the more people like, I mean, we were talking about it on Twitch, but like it kind of works in the same way for like adults as well, for boomers as well on Fox News. When they see that and they hear that, they're like, haha, that's funny, without even thinking about it. And then the next time they hear it, they don't even like second guess it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like that's normal.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
just normal.
Joking
whatever.
around.
Yeah.
It's like no.
So it's like,
No.
yeah, if you got the ability to, you might as well put the correct shit out into the world.
Hell yeah, and say fuck
that's
everybody.
Why,
Yeah.
That's why I appreciate all the work that you've been doing.
Hell yeah.
For years. That's just really like the most important thing that especially we can do right now. Thank you for watching this long. If you haven't already, subscribe. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? You think we just sitting here doing it for nothing?
You think you're gonna sit here and not do
Need
shit?
to
Like, hear this shit.
I know you're not subscribed. Click it. Cool.